What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So for this horror trailer review, we are taking a look at the first official trailer for Black Phone 2 trailer. The Grabber returns from the dead in winter horror sequel. So it wasn't even, I'd say, a couple days since we went through all, I think it was 4 or 5, I think it was 5 roughly 25 to 30 second teasers, reviewed all those, and then literally within a day or two they dropped the trailer. I didn't realize they were going to drop the trailer so quickly. If I'd have known that, we just would have waited for the trailer instead of going through all the teasers that were released literally within days of the trailer. I can't remember another time where we got 25-30 second clips all within the same day dropping, and then 2 days later they give us a full trailer with even more footage than what was in the teasers. Usually there's a gap of a month, 2 months at least before we get a full trailer, but here we are, we have a full trailer. So as we always do, gonna take a look at the article details, jump into the trailer, give our initial thoughts on this. If you haven't seen Black Phone, the first film, I suggest go watch it. It's not for everybody, but I rather enjoyed it. Didn't think we were going to get a sequel, but we in fact are going to get a sequel. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Grabber returns in this one. Again, I know many people haven't seen the first film, so I'm not going to. Maybe I already kind of spoiled it there to see. I mean, even it's spoiled kind of here in the headline here. The Grabber returns. I won't go any further than that. Again, I think I kind of spoiled it already for the first film. So let's just get into the article details. Death is never the end of the world. Well, it just pretty much spoils it right there for you. So if you haven't seen the first film, you kind of already been spoiled. So we'll start that over. Death is never the end in the world of Black Phone, and that means Ethan Hawke's villain, the Grabber, isn't done just yet. He's back and he's seeking bloody vengeance in director Scott Dickerson's Black Phone 2. And you can watch the trailer below, which we're going to do. Did you think our story was over? You of all people know that dead is just a word, the Grabber tells Finney Blake in the trailer. Vengeance is mine. Black Phone 2 will come to theaters on October 17th from Blumhouse and Universal. And here is the synopsis for the film. 4 years ago, 13-year-old Finn killed his abductor and escaped, becoming the sole survivor of the Grabber. But true evil transcends death, and the phone is ringing again. Four-time Academy Award nominee Ethan Hawke returns to the most sinister role of his career as the Grabber, seeks vengeance on Finn far beyond the grave by menacing Finn's younger sister Gwen. Quote, as Finn, now 17, struggles with life after his captivity, the headstrong 15-year-old Gwen begins receiving calls in her dreams from the Black Phone and seeing disturbing visions of 3 boys being stalked at a winter camp known as Alpine Lake. And that was very much the highlight of those 5, again, 25-30 second teasers that we broke down. As far as being at the lake during winter time, they really focused in one of those teasers, kind of taking us to Alpine Lake, to the basement of the original film, of what it looked like in the original film, and now what it looks like currently, completely abandoned, graffiti everywhere. So gonna be interesting to see how they kind of, if they do in the film, or if that was just for the trailer, kind of jump back and forth. Determined to solve the mystery and end the torment for both her and her brother, Gwen persuades Finn to visit the camp during a winter storm. Then she uncovers a shattering intersection between the Grabber and her own family's history. Together, she and Finn must confront a killer who has grown more powerful in death and more significant to them than either could imagine. Casting information, we're not reading off names. Continue through here. Nothing more there. Just all casting, producer names. We're not reading off all those. We have the trailer, and I don't know if we have a poster. We do have a poster. Yeah, I mean, pretty clean overall. I mean, like I've always said, I don't like a lot of stuff on the posters. Even with this, take off all this stuff at the bottom. Just put Black Phone 2. Dead is just a word. Don't need that. Black Phone 2. Even at the top, remove Ethan Hawke's name and just literally have the mask and Black Phone 2. All this other stuff, again, don't necessarily want it there. Don't need it there, in my opinion. So, all right, let's jump to the top of the article, as we always do. Now let's pull up this trailer and see what additional scenes, additional context we're going to get outside of those 5 teasers that we already broke down.
bad dream.
Hello, Finney. Did you think our story was over? You're dead. You, of all people, know that dead is just a word. He's here. Vengeance is mine.
So for the most part, the trailer was pretty much all those clips put together. There were a few scenes that were added in. The talk over was added in. Otherwise, for the most part, the 5 teasers, 25, 30 seconds, were pretty much all in there. I think there was only one that wasn't in there where we see the lights to the cabin turn on, whether they were standing outside seeing the doorway turn on, or they're looking down the snowy road, or we, as the audience, looking down the snowy road and the lights are on, we see a child running down this road that's in the middle of the snowstorm, which we believe to be one of the 3 children that we see in those 3 pictures at the beginning of this trailer. And I think that's where we're going to see some potential family connection between Finn, his sister, Finn, Gwen, and then whatever happened to those 3 boys at the Alpine Lake. So again, not much more added in here. We did see a few more scenes of the grabber drawn out a little bit, because in those teaser clips, they were very quick, almost like snapshots. You had to really be paying attention, otherwise you were going to miss it. The additional one that they did show, a couple of them were like around the phone booth when he was attacking both Finn and Gwen, and then at the very end, when he kind of rips off the bottom part of the mask, and you see his face is completely disfigured. So those were new scenes outside of the teasers that we already got, but otherwise pretty much the same. Nothing new. Again, except for the talk over was added in there a bit. In the teasers, we had a different talk over. But nothing really to give away exactly what this is going to be about, and how the grabber is going to be coming back into this film. Because we also did see the sister when she was laying in bed, she levitated up off the bed and then back down as if some supernatural force was attacking her. Because then she also in that same moment reached for her throat as well, as if she was being strangled. So again, interesting, intrigued. But I felt the same way about the first film with the trailers, but then I really enjoyed the film when I saw it. I have the same feeling with this one. I'm intrigued. I'm not overly hyped for it, but I would imagine, and I'm hoping that the film will be vastly different than what the trailer is, because sometimes trailers will really get you hyped up for a film, and this one, again, I think with some of the more recent trailers we've seen from other films, it's just very mediocre, just very oh, okay, yep, the film's coming out, or they're doing this, or the TV series is coming out. Expected a lot more with all the hype. Now there hasn't been. I'm not saying this has had a lot of hype put behind it, like other things we've seen. Hint, hint, Alien Earth. Like that trailer, I expected far more for the first trailer than what we got with all the marketing they've been putting behind that. But this one, they haven't really been pushing very hard as far as marketing goes. So I anticipate they're not going to be putting that much money behind the marketing, and probably let the film speak for itself as they did the first film, but also allow the following of the first film, that fan base, really gravitate towards this one. I do think there's enough mystery here in the trailer to get you interested in seeing it. But again, I'm not overly hyped to see it. It was a pretty mediocre trailer. And that's, just for me. And again, this is coming from somebody who enjoyed the first film. I'll see the second film, but I'm going into it with the kind of the same mentality of, oh, this is just okay, and I could be vastly surprised as I was before. So anyways, that's going to do it for this trailer review reaction to Black Phone 2, coming to theaters October 17th. So we will have at least we know we have one horror film dropping in the month of October for the Halloween season. So hopefully it does take advantage of that fact and garner probably a little bit more audience views, money at the box office than it probably would have if it was outside of October. Because again, I know, like myself, many of us like to have a number of horror films in the theater during the Halloween time. So drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about Black Phone 2's official first trailer. And if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Later.